What is going on YouTube? Chrono here and welcome back to another PSO2 video. So today we'll be going over everything you need to know post maintenance after May 17th, 2023. But if you guys are new to these, as I mentioned, my name is Chrono. I primarily cover PSO2 content. Would much appreciate a subscribe as we work our way towards that 10K mark, hopefully by the end of this year. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. So we have got a pretty girthy update video to cover. It's not a whole lot going on in the update itself, but there's a lot of information that's popped up over here on the website. And if you guys have never seen one of these videos beforehand, we always pull this directly off the NGS website. In case you don't want to wait for one of us to make a video, you guys are always more than welcome to find this information here. We start out with the end of schedule maintenance articles and kind of go from there, but here's all the updated stuff, just so you know where to find it on your own. So end of schedule maintenance doesn't have anything too interesting, just some different pop-ups here. So for example, spec changes with SG given out, they're going to just have it added directly to your SG balance instead of being issued via tickets. I didn't realize that was going to happen already, but it looks like they're adding that already now. So now any previous SG tickets are still going to be tickets, but anything moving forward will just be SG added directly into your balance. So again, I assume this is because of the whole like premium currency has to expire sort of thing, laws that exist in certain parts of the world. So basically, if certain premium currency isn't used, it's supposed to expire, and I believe SG tickets circumvented that, so it looks like they're having this added directly into your wallet balance. Don't really believe that's going to be much of an issue unless you just quit playing the game completely for multiple months on end with tons and tons and tons of SG. Actually, I think it's like multiple years on end with tons and tons of SG, but I digress. We're kind of getting away from this. Let's go ahead and move on. Nothing too crazy here, just the usual maintenance stuff. We have the update details article. This is articles where they usually give us patch notes. If there really is anything to cover as far as patch notes are concerned, they'll be down here, but we do get a link over to what is new. So to start things off, we have the additional SG scratch items refined form, May 23rd, and more. It's interesting, or this is May 23rd. It's interesting the way they do this, but it's May 2023. Or is it May 2023 or May 23rd? I don't know what they're trying to go for here. I guess 2023. Either way, kind of weird on the wording, but we got some school outfits and things like that that have been brought back up. The wiping away sweat idol, which I actually do like, not too bad. We have the season 20 mission pass, so we've got this cool little mag that's been added in that reminds me a lot of the mag that you get from the dual quests. It's interesting they brought this mag up right after the dual quest mag came out, but those of you guys who aren't able to complete dual quests on your own, you can get a different version of a mag right here. And there is one other thing. I guess they skip down further. Yeah, they do. Okay, so you wouldn't know if unless you hop up here, but there is also a boost event going on right now until the end of maintenance on the 23rd, but you get extra rare drop rate and item preset skill drop rate by 100% in the current limited quest. So if you haven't been farming your limited quest, you need to go ahead and farm it. Now is a great time to go ahead and get that taken care of. Moving on, we do have another AC item select. It's planned for June 23rd for release. So it looks like there's going to be a new type of augment. We've got the Exdi. Maybe I'm mispronouncing that, augments, which are a higher tier than the Addy augments, in addition to their other items that will be supported here. Okay, so basically it's a new not Addy, but a new Exdi augment, I guess is what it's called now. I believe it goes in the same slot as the Addy, so it's a new updated version or new upgraded version that'll be here. This is pretty par for the course. One thing I have kind of applaud SEGA. Now granted, people have different opinions of this, but they have been very good about giving us the ability to get a hold of these before a new weapon releases. So these usually are available either when the weapon comes out or right after the weapon comes out. This time they've got it right before a new weapon comes out, because there's very obvious that we'll probably have a new weapon in the next expansion. So it's super awesome that they have these available if they're going to be available all in the first place. Now granted, there are some who wish that this just wasn't available at all. Let's kind of meet us in the middle here in this situation. At least these are available often enough and when we need them to keep prices down. So pull this is up. Just keep an eye out for it. Maybe if you're someone who likes to go for something slightly cheaper, Addies are probably going to start dropping in price dramatically since these XD augments are here now announced. We also have premium PSO2 day, pretty standard. This will be available on the 21st. This goes from the 21st to 23rd as normal. Starts at 8 p.m., ends at 8 a.m., goes through the entire day of the 22nd. That way you guys have plenty of time to farm for your full 24-hour boosts in case you use them. You don't have to worry too much about, falling asleep and not getting the full access of them. You can start them like on that evening and then play all the way through to the next evening with your boosts, or start them in that morning and play all the way through the next morning, whatever you plan on doing. So super cool there. Let's see if there's anything else that we need to be aware of. Doesn't look like it. Looks like we're good to go here. Now here's the really interesting part. I didn't expect to see this, and this is what made me really excited to do today's video. So let's go ahead and jump over. There's an article for balance adjustment. I haven't looked at any of these at all. So I'm very, very excited to see what this is going to be. No copium, or copium all aside. We'll just have to see what they decide to do with the classes post Slayer release. Is Slayer even on this list? Slayer is not even on this list. So, okay, so let's see what we've got. Unlocking the ability to redistribute skills. Following 6-7, you'll be able to freely reassign skill points for each class without needing to use an AC or SG item. That's huge. Accordingly, moving forward, please advise that end reset all skills will not be distributed when balance adjustments are made. You continue to use reset move in skill tree and reset all skill tree items. That's insane. So you won't need an item to reset your skill points anymore. It's gonna be free. That's massive. Awesome. Sucks for anyone who's spent on forced resetting these, but hey, this is massive. We don't need that little SG trick anymore where you move around skill trees to reset a single skill tree. This is great. All right, so start with Hunter. So what do we got here? Following adjustments be made to Hunter physique. Damage taken increase when used by subclass. So they're knocking up the damage increase. You know what? Let me pull something up here really quick. Give me one sec, guys. All right, so I thought there might be value in having this up as well. So you can see Hunter physique right now for subclass at full point is 75% versus main, which is only 30%. That is crazy. So you take 70% reduced damage if you play Hunter as your main, but if it's a subclass, it's only 25% reduced. It looks like they're bringing up that 25% according to this. Hunter physique extra shield, increased damage taken rate. Increased damage taken rate. Hang on. Damage taken rate. Provides a shield when Hunter physique ends. Deploys a shield only while a PA is in effect. Reduces damage received and protects you from being knocked back or launched. Being hit a certain number of times while the shield is deployed. Positive reactive. Damage taken rate. Increased damage taken rate. Shield durability count will now be, when used, will be under a subclass. It's not the same as when used under a main class. They're basically making Hunter as a subclass more viable, I guess. And then Partisan Parry Alternate Assault is increasing the potency. Interesting. Oh, there are weapon adjustments too. Okay. Wire Lance adjustments. Relax cancel timing for sidestep and weapon action for the first and second steps of Wired Lance normal attacks. Added a forward guard point to the third step of the Wire Lance normal attack. It's interesting because there are certain classes or certain weapons that have guard points on their normals. Fun fact, you probably didn't know, but Soaring Blades has a guard frame on its third normal that you almost never see because realistically you don't normal that many times that often. Anyway, I digress. Increase the motion speed of the third step of Wired Lance normal attacks. Cool. Increase potency of the fourth step of Wired Lance normal attacks. Relax cancel timing for sidesteps and weapon action for the Wired Lance sidestep strike. Relax cancel timing for the sidestep and weapon action for the Wired Lance sidestep counter. Increase potency for the final step of Wired Lance's weapon action when holding down left, right directional movement variants. Interesting. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna be reading a lot, so bear with me. I'm probably gonna stumble over stuff. I'm not great at reading out loud. Apologies in advance. Man, is it a good thing I opted to make coffee this morning. All right, so we've got some Wired Lance Photon Art PA adjustments. Cutting Litter has increased potency, relaxed sidestep cancel timing, and then adjusted weapon action cancel timing. This adjustment will no longer be possible to cancel the weapon action immediately after the last strike hits. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. It sounds like a bad thing. Though it might sound like a good thing for like ease of use, because I feel like if you can cancel too early, you might cancel damage you don't want to cancel. So either way. Vein Mixture increases potency, Relaxed attack cancel timing after 2 spins. Relaxed weapon action cancel timing after 2 spins. Extended the attack range for the final attack. Okay. And then turbulent terrain, increased potency, and hellish fall, increased potency. Following adjustments were made to the partisan photon arts. Thrusting javelin, increased potency, decreased continuous PP cost while holding down the button, and increased turning speed while holding down the button. Okay, so sword just didn't get touched at all in this, it looks like. I guess not all weapons are gonna be touching all balance adjustments. Scary a little bit, but we'll see. Knuckles just got some PA changes, so Swift Rush and 1000 Blows now do more damage. Cool, maybe that's to help, you know, fight against the whole double saber supremacy right now with Whirlwind. We'll have to see how that works out. Ranger balance adjustments. The following adjustments will be made to Ranger class skills. Bad condition ward increases status ailment accumulation when used by a subclass. Bad condition ward reduction increases status ailment accumulation. Sorry, increases status ailment duration when used by a subclass. I guess this means like makes it so, yeah. So this one I sort of get. It also makes Hunter makes more sense for me. But basically, there's the reduction, meaning that you the duration of your status ailments is lower, and this has less of a chance for you to get status ailment status affected. I love how level 12 there is 69. Nice, beautiful. But I'm guessing they're bringing up again the subclass thing, making it a bit more useful. Light rounds, increased motion speed, relaxed sidestep cancel timing, relaxed weapon action cancel timing, updated to allow the same enemy to be hit by a blight round from each player. Wait. Along with the above update, a bug will be corrected where the effective blight round remains even after the effect duration. Okay, so multiple people can blight round then. Okay, this is the exact change I said that needs to happen for blight rounds, for this stupid thing where people move blight rounds all over the place for it to change. Basically make it so everyone can blight round, and just change it so it only is affected by one blight round at a time, right? So let's say if you blight round both legs, it's not that you have 2 stacking blight rounds on top of one spot. It's just a blight round on each of those spots, so you can hit either one. You already can't hit both of those legs at the same time when it comes to PSO2. Even if you have an attack that goes through both parts of an enemy, it doesn't actually hit them twice, so it doesn't really matter. This is a fantastic change. So it looks like you'll no more blight round wars, basically. You can have a blight round on a leg and have a blight round like on a chest piece or on a chest, and it'd be completely fine. That's super awesome. Blight rounds reinforce, updated so that the count for the number of hits required to activate the skill determined by the total number of hits for all blight rounds weak points on that enemy. Updated so the count for the number of hits required to activate the skill will be determined by the total number of hits for all blight rounds weak points on that enemy. Okay, so this is just going along with the change for blight rounds because they're going to make it so you can have multiple blight rounds on one target. Dope. Launcher blight rounds increase motion speed, relax sidestep canceling. Launcher attack reinforce, increase potency of steps 1 through 3 of normal attacks. Dope. Then assault rifle adjustments, increase motion speed for normals, relax attack cancel timing, relax sidestep cancel timing for weapon action and normals, and then some PA adjustments. So let's say they did all of them. Okay. Increase potency of everything. Adjusted potency allocation for raising shot, relax sidestep canceling when both charge and uncharge, relax both charge and uncharge weapon action and cancel timing, increase potency, adjusted potency allocation. And then I feel like they did this for everything, right? Yeah, it's the same thing for everything across the board. For homing darts, blaze shot, and revolt aim, they all had increased potency, relax sidestep cancel timing, and relax weapon action cancel timing. Homing darts got adjusted its potency allocation. They changed, I guess, where the damage is like kind of allocated to. And raising shot, they did the same thing. So launcher adjustments, it looks like fallen impact eraser, or fear eraser, and multi-launch all got increased potency, and the divine launcher got increased potency, and they adjusted its potency allocation. Gunner, okay, what did Gunner get? The following adjustments we made to Gunner class skills. So attack PP recovery, increase PP recovery when used as a subclass. This is pretty much par for the course. They're trying to, I guess, make it so it's more appealing to use something other than Slayer as a subclass right now, because Slayer is pretty dominating with the extra crit chance and PP costs or PP refunds at the moment when on crit. Overwhelm, increase PP recovery when used by subclass. Attack PP recovery, increase PP recovery when used by subclass. Dodge PP gain, updated so that the effect is activated even when used by a subclass. So dodge PP gain, that's a new one. Interesting. Okay. Stylish Onslaught, change the forward guard point out at activation to an omnidirectional guard point, extended guard points. Stylish Onslaught has guard points on all sides now, it's omnidirectional. And then Rising Drive is increased potency. TMG adjustments. So Photon Arts, let's see, Bullet Rave got adjusted potency allocation, relaxed sidestep cancel timing, and relaxed weapon action cancel timing. So in case someone's curious about what this means, essentially they just move where the damage is done. They reallocated how it's the damage is put throughout the PA, which is why it doesn't say increased potency. So it doesn't get any more damage, it just changed where the damage is actually allocated through. So like, let's say it's a 3-step attack and you do like, you know, a small amount on the first step, a small amount on the second step, and like most of your damage on the third step. They adjusting the allocation would be like changing most of the damage being on the third step to having it be equal throughout all 3 or something like that. Just as an example. Let's see, Aimless Rain, increase potency, adjust allocation, relax attack cancel timing in the second half of the attack, relax sidestep cancel timing in the second half, and relax weapon action cancel timing in the second half. Also relax jump cancel timing in the second half. So the second half of Aimless Rain has become just a bit easier to deal with overall. Point Blank has increased potency, add an effect to prevent launch and knockback during the approach motion. So you can't be knocked back during Point Blank anymore. Very nice. Relax hit stops when attacked by an enemy during an attack. So they relax the stun that happens, like the hit stop when you get attacked. And then Infinite Ricochet got increased potency. Updated so the altitude does not increase during mid-air attacks. So you can't just climb, I guess, with Infinite Ricochet. Sidestep cancel timing and weapon actual cancel timing relaxed for both. Force adjustments, this class needs a lot more than what I'm seeing here, but extend the distance from the enemy, which drop is mitigated in steps 1 through 3 of normal attacks that happen with Talus as well. That's weird, but all right. Force needs a lot more than this. This is a bit of an L apparently, but I actually want to do a video talking about Force, so we'll kind of come back to that another day. Techer balance adjustments. Following adjustments will be made to Techer class skills. Weak element amplifier, increase the value of PB gauge, increase for level 9 below when used by a subclass. Level 10 will remain unchanged, and then ally or awake ally or awake whatever. Looks like they increase the value of PB gauge increase. There's level 9 and below, but level 10 still remains unchanged. So putting some points in this if you're using Techer as a subclass will be a bit more useful now, but if you're using 10 points, it didn't really matter. They are adjusting text, it looks like. So Foe and G-Foe both got potency bumps, and Foe got potency allocation adjusted. Barda and G-Barda got potency bumps as well. G-Barda got the potency allocation change. Zonde got a potency. Hold on. Increased potency of attacks that jump to surrounding enemies when attacking while charged. Cool. Also, did they just make Zonde stronger? Not exactly. No, but increased potency of G Zonde. Zan got increased potency. G Zan got increased potency. Grants and G Grants got increased potency. Medjed and G Medjed got increased potency. What a braver. A bit of an L for Braver. So the following adjustments will be made to Braver class skills. Bow Illusion Plus, increased potency. Flex Arrow, Frenzied Firework, Dimensional Ray, and Ceaseless Draw all got increased potency. Looks like Flex Arrow, Frenzied Firework, and Ceaseless Draw got potency, adjusted potency allocations. I said this beforehand, and I'll say it again. Katana doesn't need a whole lot, but what it does need is it needs an adjustment to its Lotus PA, I believe, the one PA that you use whenever target's down. At the moment, it's not enough damage to have it being used over having subclass Bouncer and using a Soaring Blade with Fanatic Blade with Encore Jump on a target that's downed. Assuming your target isn't down more than once a minute, then it's actually better to go ahead and just do that than it is to use the Katana during that down phase, which I believe currently is a problem. So as far as buffs a Katana would need, it is just that. Nothing else. Everything else is actually fantastic, but that PA specifically, yes, it does need a buff in my opinion. Bouncer balance adjustments. All right. So what do we have here? The following adjustments we made to Bouncer's class skills. Pinion Blade, they increase the potency. Dope, because right now using Pinion Blade takes for freaking ever. So having it do even more damage would be nice. Jet Sweep Jolt PP Save increased effect duration, and Jet Sweep Jolt Rapid Boost increased effect duration. They need to increase effect speed of Rapid Boost, not just effect duration. I guess it's just so this is up all the time now. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Jet Boots adjustments. Increased potency of 4th step of Jet Boots normals. Expanded attack range for the first hit of the 4th step of Jet Boot normal attacks. And then the following adjustments we made to Jet Boots. They got increased potency on Gust, Violent Gale, Fierce Waves, and then adjusted potency on Surging Impulse. Violent Gale got adjusted potency allocation. And that's it, unfortunately. So we got an increase in Pinion Blade potency. This is why I said it's copium / hopium, because still not what we're looking for, but we don't know about the new class skills, so maybe this is just to make sure they don't go too crazy with those. Who knows? I'm still living a world where I pray that block gets fixed or changed somehow on Soaring Blades, but we'll have to see one day. Waker. So what did Waker get? Waker got some allocations to some of the skills. Retro Friends Rescue has increased activation probability, increased HP recovery rate, and reduced the amount of damage needed for activation. That's all very nice. Welfare Management, damage taken increased when used by a subclass. They're, again, trying to make subclasses more appealing to use, and raise HP level at which activation occurs. Hot Marmelo Parry, reduced the cooldown time for Hot Marmelo Parry. Okay. This was the thing that everyone was like, well, because you're able to block on Soaring Blades, then that's why they made it so you can only block once. But now they're making it so depending upon how short this cooldown actually is, you might be able to Hot Marmelo Parry faster than you can block in a full Soaring Blade PA. I'm not getting salty, it's fine. Hot Marmelo Parry short cooldown reduce the amount of time that the cooldown is shortened by. When combined with cooldown time adjustment of Hot Marmelo Parry, this is an overall decrease in cooldown time compared to before the adjustment. So Hot Marmelo Parry is just up more often. Cool. That's awesome. Okay. Harmonizer adjustments. So Fedrin Breath and Fedrin Writing looks like they have increased potency. Fedrin Writing got adjusted potency allocation. They expanded the attack range of the non-variant attack for Fedrin Breath, expanded the attack range distance of non-variant attacks, increased the maximum number of lock-ons, so you can lock onto more. That's kind of dope. And Fedrin Writing got expanded the attack range of the variant attack, updated so the explosion occurs even if the variant attack does not hit. So it still blows up after a certain amount of time that it's moved. You don't have to collide with something, which is actually kind of dope. I'd be able to do like some interesting skill shots with that. But that is it for the balance adjustments. We had quite a long video today. We have a lot of stuff here. Some things cool, some things like, I wish I saw more. It looks like some classes got some much needed buffs in certain areas. Other classes, we missed the mark a little bit. I would have liked to see something happen more with Force. Now, Tex got buffed, but that doesn't actually fix the problem with Force, which is it's still not the premier casting class, which is kind of weird. At least from what I understand of people's complaints when it comes to Force. Braver would have liked to see a buff on literally just Lotus and that's it. For Katana, then Katana players really couldn't complain about anything in my opinion. Everything else is fantastic. Bouncer, I don't know what I was expecting when it comes to Soaring Blades, but at least now I can make fun of my Jet Boot friends and say, hey, look, you guys got buffed at least, so leave me alone. Because Jet Boot's damage wasn't fantastic. It has its own problems. It has its own issues where the class or the weapon is basically over-engineered at this point. So if they make too many changes, they could possibly break something, which I'm curious to see what these changes have done for messing with the whole Jet Boots formula. But we'll keep our ears to our nose to the ground, ears to the ground, whatever that saying is, and see what people have to say. But that's all I've got, guys. If you have any other questions, feel free to toss in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think about the balance adjustments coming. I'm excited to see what's going to be going on with the headline. We'll probably see the new skills coming up, so hopefully there'll be something interesting there. But I digress. This video's gone on long enough, and I think I'm going to go ahead and get it taken care of. Like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe when you keep up with more, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everyone. Peace out.